Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in the KT Garage. In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the oil on your C8 Stingray. It's a super simple process that's going to save you hundreds of dollars taking it to the dealer to get it done. Quick oil change place won't do it. You got to take it to the dealer because it's special oil and special instruction on how to get it done. It's very simple though. I'm going to go through step by step on how to do that for you. Now first, what you need to do is gather everything that you need for oil change. And of course, you're gonna need oil. And this is a special oil. Mobil one is called Supercar oil. And the grade is 0W40. Just make sure you get the exact one. And you can get this from Amazon. I think they sell 6 of these for 40 something, $50. So you can get those. It's gonna take approximately 7.5 quarts. I'll show you how to check for the oil later. Oil level. Now you're gonna need a filter. I recommend to use the same filter as your oil, Mobil 1, extended performance, and the part number is M1-114A. I will give you all of these links so you can go and get these in the comment section or description section. Now, what you're gonna need is you need to get one of these 74 millimeter to 76 millimeter cap that you're gonna go under the car and you're gonna put it on top of the oil filter and breaking it loose and then torquing it. It's a lot easier to use this cap. You also can reach your hand in. I'm gonna show you where your oil filter is. It's recessed in. Very difficult to use your hand. You scratch it all over. So make sure you get one of these. I'll provide a link for these as well. Of course, you're gonna need a ratchet for it. And then it takes a 15 millimeter socket. Make sure you have some kind of extension because you got to go in pretty far. And then you're also going to need a torque wrench because there's specific torque that you need to torque the drain plug and the oil filter that GM is providing. So I just want to make sure I torque it to spec. So that's about it. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing as far as lifting the car to get access under. First, I'm just gonna drive over the ram. I'll explain about the ram situation. Then after that, we're gonna get under the car and start changing the oil. Okay, so as for gaining access to where the filter and plug is, you're gonna have to raise the back of the car. And what I did was I just have a bunch of 2x12s and 2x10s that I just stack them up. I stacked 4 of these, so they give me a 6-inch lift on each side, and you can see that I had no problem backing it into this. The reason I chose these 2x10s and 2x12s is that it gives me a really gradual angle to come up, just so I don't rub anything. You can see how low the back end of the car is. I have like all this diffusers that even go down lower, so I didn't want to take a chance buying a ramp off from eBay or Amazon. And plus, these are just scrap wood laying around. I didn't have to spend any money on it. So that's going to give me really nice access below to get the oil change done. You can see I can just like lay under there and start to get the oil changed. Okay, so as you get under the car, you're gonna see the oil filters right there. It's one of this cutout slot. And you can see that it's like flush or even recessed in about 1/2 inch or so. You definitely need that tool to get access to it. And then you go a little bit further down, you're gonna see where the plug is at. You see here. So this, your plug right there, it takes a 15 millimeter. It looks like it has a T slot in there for the T connection as well. I'm going to just use the 15 millimeter and back that out, drain the oil, and then we're going to go back to here, and then we'll deal with the oil filter a little bit later. Now before you start draining the oil, the factory recommend that you start up the car and let it idle for 20 to 30 seconds because this is a dry sump. You need to get all that oil to go up, and so it's critical that you start the engine for 20 to 30 seconds. So just get it up to temperature, turn it off, and then you can drain the oil. Make sure that you get this step taken care of. Okay, so now I'm gonna start draining the oil, and I really don't need to see where the plug is. I know I can feel where it's at. I really don't need that extension if I use this long socket. It fits right in. So you want to get that plug removed. Doesn't take much to break it loose. I'm gonna back it out now. Make sure you have your oil pan ready for this because oil's gonna start gusting out. It's a very messy process, so just be ready for it. Oh, it's not bad. I only put like maybe 1,000 miles on it, but it's over a year, so I had to get it replaced. And the oil looks like super clean. So I'm just gonna let it drain for a little while. And then the next thing we're gonna do is just service the oil filter and get that ready. So as soon as you get up in the engine bay, you can go ahead and take this cap off where you fill the oil. This is gonna help the drain a lot better. I didn't want to do it initially because I don't want it to drain that fast, you know, and then when you get ready, you just like unplug it and you can hear it run a little bit faster. So this is what the plug looked like. It's extremely long compared to a normal plug, and it has an O-ring seal up here. So just inspect the O-ring, make sure it's not flat. This one is still round, so I'm just gonna reuse it. And then there's another seal down here. Just inspect to see if there's no cut or anything on it, and then you just reuse it. If not, just replace the plug and the O-ring. So now, while we're waiting for the oil to come out completely, I will go ahead and service the filter. And this is where this cup becomes very useful. You can just get it in there, and then you can just like turn it and remove it. It looked like I might need to go get an extension. This is definitely not long. Well, it might be long enough. Yeah, it's doing it. But it's better to have an extension. So now that I'm backing it out, it's so much easier than trying to reach your hand in there. And now when I break it loose, I can go ahead and back it out, let the oil drains in. I'm supposed to have my safety glasses on, but I don't want to go back up there, so just let it drain a little bit. Okay, so I let it drain a little bit. Now I can just like take it out of there. Doesn't make a whole lot of mess. Yeah, just make sure you dump everything out of there. Okay, so it is recommended for us to wait about half an hour, let the oil drain out of the filter area and the plug area, of course. Just wait for half an hour, and then you can go ahead and replace with a new filter and put the plug back in. So while we're waiting, let's talk about filter. Now, I always thought to put a light coat of oil on this seal before you put it back. So I already done it, so that's done. After you inspect the seals on here, the O-ring and the seal down here, everything looks good. We could go ahead and put it back when the waiting period is done. Now let's talk about torque specs. The factory suggests to torque it to 18 foot-pound, 1/8 foot-pound. It's very important that you torque it up to spec. You over torque it, and then you could ruin the oil pan or this turret right here. So make sure you hit it with 18 foot-pound. Now, for these, it depends on which filter you use, but they say you can torque anywhere from 18 to 22 foot-pound. So I'm probably just gonna hit it with 20 foot-pound and call it good. So that's the reason why I suggest to have a really nice torque wrench for the job, because you really don't want to mess this up. Okay, so I'm gonna put the plug back. I gotta get all the way in here to see where it's at. Probably gonna clean the surface a little bit, just making sure nice and clean. Now we'll put that plug back on. And we're going to torque it to 18 foot-pounds. And that is it. Now we're going to move further up. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to clean the surface real good where the seal is going to land. So now I'm going to torque up the filter with 20 foot-pounds. So it was definitely a challenge trying to torque up the oil filter with 20 foot-pounds. And what happened is, you see this cap right here is actually designed for two different sizes. So the 76 millimeters on top, and then it goes down to 74 millimeter on the bottom. And AC Delco designed it for the top 76, and it's quite longer. So it has really good engagement. I was able to just remove it just like that. Now, when I try to reassemble with the Mobil 1, I believe there's a 74 millimeter, so I have to like jam this all the way up. And this is a lot longer than this bottom one. It only has like probably less than half an inch of engagement. So it keeps like slipping off because you're fighting gravity. So it's not a very good design. I was, you know, I had to like use my hand and push it up real hard. I was finally able to click with 20 foot-pound, but it was so much work. So knowing this, next time I'm just going to use the AC Delco OEM one and not use the Mobil 1 anymore. That was just a lesson learned. I did not know that I was going to have trouble with torquing it up. So now that's done. I'm going to go ahead and fill the oil. So it takes approximately 7.5 quarts, but they suggest that you only put 7 quarts in first, get the engine running up to temperature, and then you inject the dipsticks and then keep filling it until it meets the requirements. So never put in 7.5, just start with 7. So now that I have 7 quarts in, I'm gonna put the plug back on, or the cap back on. Then I'm gonna get it in level ground where I'm gonna get the engine up to temperature. Then we're gonna check for the level. So what you wanna do is get your vehicle off your lift and put it on level ground and get it into sport mode. And under sport mode, it will give you the oil temp right there. And they say the normal temp is from 190 to 230 or something like that. So I'm gonna wait until it gets to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And now I'm gonna start checking the oil. So it's gonna be a few minutes. So the dipstick is right next to the cap. It's right here. You just pull it and check it. I'm still having to wait for the temperature to get up to about 200, but that's where you're gonna check and keep filling it until the level reaches the full line. Okay, so when everything is done, the last thing you need to do is to reset your oil life. And on your steering column on the right side, you see these arrows right here. You can just advance from one folder to the next. So right now it's on performance, and I'm gonna go to maintenance. And under maintenance, you can see that the engine oil life is 100 because I just reset it. But if it says 0 on yours, what you need to do is just like you press down this once, and it's gonna go to reset engine oil. And then you press it again, it'll go to this manual to ask to see if you want to say yes or no. And then you just like click again, and it will reset your engine oil to 100%. So right now I'm at 100, and the countdown will begin again. So that's all you really need to do. This one thing that I'm missing from this video was to prime the oil filter. It's very important that you prime the oil filter about halfway up. So that means with the new oil filter, it just fill with the new oil about halfway up, or maybe a little bit less than halfway. So that will help for the initial startup with the new fresh oil filter. That way you don't have any point in time where you're missing a little bit of oil to flow through your internal components. It's really helped with the lubrication just doing the initial startup with a new oil filter. So be sure to get that done. Now the job is completed. It takes me about an hour and a half or so it's not too bad. Now be aware that you're gonna have to wait about 20 minutes for the engine to warm up to the operating oil temperature for you to do the measurement. So it's gonna take close to 2 hours altogether. Now doing that for the first time, the second time I'm probably gonna spend about an hour and a half altogether. So it's not too bad at all. You can get it done and save a ton of money, and you know it's done right. I don't even know if the dealer actually, the guys that does the oil change actually use the torque wrench for the plug and the oil filter. So I just like to get it done right according to the manual. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.